All right, guys, this is how I'm going to add a closet to this bedroom that doesn't have a closet. Now, originally, excuse the mess. This is not my property. This is a client. So originally, this was like an office, but they changed it into a bedroom because this property is actually I guess a house for troubled teens, female teens. So they had this closet in there, which I had built, but I told her like, this is flimsy. And sure enough, this thing collapsed. You know, it's like these plastic poles, you can't really see them, but it collapsed. So she's like, okay, can you add a closet in there? I was like, yeah, sure I can. So originally, I was gonna make it this way and come out about 24 inches, but it just didn't work out. There's electrical right here, there's electrical right there. There was too much obstacles that I had to think about. And you see I put tape right there to show where the studs are at. So if you guys don't know, when there's like a outlet or a switch, there's usually a stud on the left or right of it. This one have to be on the left of it. But like I said before, it was just too many obstacles, so I decided to go this way. And I was gonna do a 2 bifold doors, like 36 and 36 or 30 and 30. But this one, she changed her mind. She said she just wants a curtain rod and curtains. But I'm gonna leave it to where you can fit a 36 inch bifold door in here. So this is how you go about doing it. Figure out where you wanna put it at first. This made more sense to me. There's an outlet right here, but it's not gonna be interfered. So we're making a wall right here, and there's gonna be an opening right here. This is the teen's bed, and this will be the opening at. I think standard is that closets are usually 24 inches deep to 36 inches deep. So I just, did some calculations. I said, okay, got this shirt, I hung it up right here. And where that line's at is where the opening's gonna be at. So I said, okay, this is perfect. I'm gonna put a shelf on there. That's one thing I saw in a lot of videos that didn't tell you like the measurements. So this one happens to be from the wall, not counting the baseboard, is 32. So I'm gonna cut that baseboard out and put the wood up against that. And there's a stud going along this wood this wall right here, and that's why I have that blue tape there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut right here. A 2x4 is not really 2 inches by 4 inches. It's really like 1.5 by 3.5 or 1 3/4 by 3.5. So, but what I'm gonna do is cut this a 1/2 inch extra on each side to fit the drywall in. And you'll see what I mean when I do it later. So I'll put those up in there. There's no stud right there, but I use anchors, drywall anchors. I'll show them later which ones they are, but they happen to fit right there. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna measure from here to there to get my stud going up. Also, forgot to mention that this might be concrete underneath there. This is not a subfloor, meaning wood. So you're gonna have to get like a drill, get some Tapcons or a concrete anchor and drill that wood to the floor. So now we're gonna measure this to see how much we have. Got 92 inches. All right, so we got the studs up and the wall up. You can use nails or screws. I use screws, nails, and just hammer them in because they're kind of sticking out. I'm gonna have to hammer that one back in. So rule of thumb is that studs are supposed to be 16 on center. So this, I did the calculations beforehand. Since this wood at the bottom is 32, split that in half, 16. So 16 right there, 16 right there, and then 16 right there. Easy math. Or not 16, but like it starts right there. Then 16 and 16. Now I'm gonna put the header right here. So I'm gonna put a header going this way. And then it's gonna be 80 feet from the ground up, or 80 feet, 80 inches, I'm sorry. 80 inches from the ground up. That's like standard, 80. Just like a doorway. Most doors are like 80 by 30 or 32, 36, but they're usually always 80 inches high. So we do the same thing for this. So I'm gonna add one right here, go all the way to that wall. I'm gonna cut my notch out just like I did with that one, with the space for the drywall, and go up here. All right, so now we got that up there. That was like a 43 and a quarter, 43 and 3/8 right there. So now we're gonna follow along, go down right here. But before that, I gotta make measurements, my opening. And I'm gonna use like tape. So what I mean by that is opening for the closet. So just in case she wants to put bifold doors on there later, we're gonna do the measurements.
So in this section right here, I'm measuring how much space I have from that stud to the baseboard. Remember, we're gonna have an opening of 36 inches by 80. Even though we're not putting a door right now, just in case we want to put a bifold door later. So right now, from the stud to the baseboard, we have 42 inches. But remember, we're gonna cut that baseboard out because we're gonna put a stud there. So the baseboard is about a ½ inch. So we have 42.5 inches. That's the space we have right now minus the baseboard that we're gonna cut out. And we have 36 inches that we need to leave for the opening. So that gives us 6.5 inches. What that 6.5 inches is gonna be is 3 inches on one side is gonna be a jack stud and a king stud. And on the other side is gonna be another jack stud and king stud. And that'll leave us about like a ½ inch to play with. And that's more than enough to leave, and the door can still close. So that's how we're gonna do it.
So that means we have room for this and a jack stud. See if you guys can see it from here. Hopefully you guys can. Sorry if you guys can't. All right, so we got king stud right here. And it's on that right there, that stud. So king stud goes first, put it right against there. You don't need a nail gun, this is just faster for me. King stud. The jack stud is smaller, as you can see. This is the 80 inches one. It's gonna be on both sides. All right, solid. Now we're gonna do the, oh, let's do this right here. Now same thing with the other side. So we're all done with the framing. I forgot what those things are called, the vertical things, but you know, that's for support, I guess. I don't know. I forgot they're called. If I find a name, I'll put it in here somewhere. Next up is the drywall. I put these in here for support. Also, so when I put the rod, it has something to grab onto. And right here, if I can't find a stud in the same spot, I'm probably just gonna use drywall screws. Yeah, so tomorrow I'll come back and do drywall, probably paint and texture. We'll see. But that's it for today.